Hello everyone, I am Satish Kumar Mishra. Welcome to my channel. This is the final part of how to make wicker sofa tutorial. I am going to continue where I left in the first part, and I will use Maya, Zbrush and Substance Painter to complete this tutorial. Now I am adjusting this wicker to look proper. Now I duplicated this wicker to the back side of the sofa. Then again I duplicated it and matching with that wicker from every side. I am adjusting this to match. Okay, now I am selecting the extra faces to delete. Now I combine these two and applying breeze on the open edges. After that I am merging those two edge loops to one by clicking Ctrl plus right click, then go to edge ring utilities, then to edge ring and collapse. Now I am selecting the half of these wicker sticks and deleted those faces. After that I duplicated that and flipped it to the other side and adjusting it to match. Once done, I combine those two and deleting the extra faces so that I can breeze the open edges. Then applying breeze on it and collapsing the two edge loops. I am doing the same thing here, So I am going to skip here and I will show you when it will be done. Okay, as you can see, I have done bridging the open edges. Now adjusting everywhere on this wicker to look proper. Applied lattice on it so I can change the shape of this wicker stick to match the sofa. I duplicated this object and brought it here and trying to make it straight. Then I placed it here and applied lattice on it and adjusting its length. Now adjusting this stick to match that object so that it will look like that stick is pushing this wicker stick. Now I applied a twist modifier on this stick to match the length of the wicker sticks. Applied lattice on it and adjusting it bottom part to match with the sofa. Now I am fixing the intersections here. I am going to skip here and I will show you once it's done. Now I am cleaning the file by deleting all the extra objects and history. And making the outliner look clean. Arranging the groups so that it will be easier for me to work. Then I selected the left sofa hand group and flipped it to the other side. Fixing everywhere to match the sofa. I duplicated this object and editing it to match here. Then I am combining these objects. Applied bend modifier and trying to match the base. Once finished, I deleted the base mesh and trying to fix here. Now fixing here and there to look better. I selected these objects here, then duplicated and rotated it 90 degree in x-axis. Deleting unwanted faces or objects. After that, I duplicated this object and I brought this stick here to match the length I want. Now I am trying to match with the other sticks. Once done, I deleted the extra faces. Then duplicated these objects and trying to adjust it. I duplicated these sticks and trying to match the model. Now adjusting everywhere to look better. Now applying breeze to the open edges. Then collapsing the middle edges. Now I am adjusting everywhere to fix the intersections and look better. Deleted the history of all objects. Now I am working on keeping these sticks under the round sticks, so trying to adjust it like that. As you saw this how I did in the first part of this how to make wicker sofa. Okay, I am going to skip here. I will show you once I finish putting all these sticks under the round wicker sticks. I combined all these objects to one and placing it here as per my reference. Now I am doing it like this because I want to keep those sticks tying here with these sticks. As you can see, I am adjusting it so that it will look like it is holding the stick here. Once finished, I duplicated that object to here and will adjust it to match the model. I am going to do the same thing to the other sticks, so I am going to skip here. As you can see, I have finished duplicating and adjusting these wicker sticks. Now I am working on tying these sticks here. I am going to skip here. I did the same thing with the bottom part also. Then I am selecting these sticks and applied extract on it. Then did the same thing on the side round sticks also. Then made a group for all these sticks and duplicated it and flipped it to the other side. Then adjusting it to match the model. Adjusting everywhere in this area to make it look better. Okay, I am going to skip here and I will show you once I will finish adjusting. As you can see, I have finished adjusting. Now duplicated this wicker stick and moved it here. Adjusting here so it will match the model. I am going to do the same thing with this wicker stick as I did with in the first part of the how to make wicker sofa. So I am going to skip here. As you can see, I have completed adjusting and duplicating to other areas also. Now I am working on the cushion part. applied lattice on it and adjusting its shape as per the reference. Once finished, I deleted the history of that object. Then I am working on the UV part. Selected the bottom cushion and applied UV mapping from y-axis. Then selecting the edge loops to do the cut here so I can unwrap it properly. After that, I selected the back cushion and applied UV mapping from Z-axis and selecting the edge loop to do the cut, then unwrap. I am fixing the mesh here. Then I scaled a UV cell as per I need, then went to UV toolkit, then texel density, then I clicked on the get button to get the texel density of that selected UV cell. Then I selected all the other UV cells and clicked on the set button. Then selected all the UV cells and clicked on orient cells. Doing the UV layout for this object. Then I selected these two cushions and made a group and named it. For the wicker sofa base, I selected all the objects and made a group and named it. Now working on its UV. Applying bevel on this object so it will look better. Then did UV unwrap. For these objects, I did UV unwrap to one object, then I extracted that object and went to duplicate special, changed the values as per my need, then clicked on apply. Then combined those objects to one. Now I am doing the UV layout for the base part. Now I have selected this wicker part and went to UV editor to do the UV unwrap. I selected all the edges and applied cut on it in UV editor. Then applied unwrap on it. Then pressing G to repeat the last action. Then went to orient cells to make all those sticks straight. Then I am selecting all these edge loops and applied cut on it. Trying to keep these UV cells as much as close to each other but avoiding the overlapping. I am going to skip here. As you can see, I have finished adjusting it. Now working on this wicker part, applied UV mapping on it. Did the UV unwrapping to one round wicker stick. Then I extracted the round wicker stick and separated all the round sticks. Then I selected the UV unwrapped round stick first, then selected the other round stick and went to transfer attributes to transfer the UVs. Then pressing G on the keyboard to repeat that action. I'm going to skip here. Then I selected the group and selected all the UVs, then went to UV layout. Then went to UV toolkit and clicked on the stack similar. Then I am doing the UV layout. Okay, I am going to skip here. Then I made a group for these objects. Now working on this wicker part. Fixing some intersections and mesh problems. I skipped that part. Now selecting all these objects and combined it. Now working on the UV part. So for this also I am going to do the same UV transferring option. So I am going to skip here. I did the same thing by doing the UV layout also. Okay, now I am going to do the UV unwrap for this object. I separated all the objects, applied UV mapping to this round wicker stick and unwrapped it properly. Then I am transferring the UVs to the other round wicker sticks. I skipped that part. I duplicated this object and placed it here and deleted the old object. Now deleting the overlapping round sticks. Selected these objects and combined it. Now doing the UV unwrapping. I skipped that part and did the same thing with the other objects also. Now for these wicker sticks I applied UV mapping on the selected object and gave a cut to a edge loop and clicked on unwrap. I am going to do the same thing to the other sticks also. So I am going to skip here. Then I deleted that part. Now working on the wicker part. I applied UV mapping, then applying cut to unwrap the sticks. After that I clicked on the orient cells to make the UV cells straight. Then working on this wicker part, I separated these objects, then select this round stick and applied mapping on it. Then went to UV editor to unwrap the object. Okay, now I am doing the UV transfer. I skipped that part. Now working on the wooden part, I applied mapping on it and selecting the edges to apply cut, then unwrap it properly. For these wicker sticks, I am doing the same thing. So I skipped here. Okay, now working on this part of the wicker sofa, I applied mapping on it, then selecting the edges to apply cut. Now unwrapping it. Then transfer UVs for this object also. Now working on these objects to unwrap it properly. So I am going to skip this part. Now I am cleaning the scene by deleting the layer and extra objects. Then I am applying shaders to the wicker sofa. I am going to skip here. Okay, now as you can see, I have given shaders as per my need and did the UV layout according to that. Then I exported those cushions and imported in Zbrush to do the sculpting. Making it puffy a little bit. Okay, now I am making the wrinkles. I masked this button so it won't give any problems while sculpting here. First I am giving a line, then I am making it puffy and blending some of the areas to make it look natural. I masked the piping part so that it won't disturb me while sculpting here. Sculpting in low subdivision everywhere on this model to make it little puffy. Making some sharp strokes here. I am following the same thing here. First I am giving lines, then I am making it puffy as per the need. Then using smooth brush to blend some of these areas. I have finished sculpting. I exported the normal and displacement map from Zbrush. Now I am exporting the wicker sofa in FBX and importing it in Substance Painter. I dragged and dropped that normal map into here and went to texture settings, then mesh maps. Then I drag and drop that normal map texture into normal map area. Now I am going to bake the required mesh maps for all objects. Okay, now I'm going to texture this wicker sofa. For the cushion, I took a fabric rough material, then change its color as per my need, then change its scale to look better. I duplicated that material and changed its color a little dark. Then applied black mask, then add fill, and in grayscale I gave a procedural texture as per my requirement. Now adjusting its value. Again I duplicated that base material and gave it a dark faded color. And in smart mask I applied dust soft 2 mask and adjusted its opacity value to match my requirement. Okay, for the material part I took steel rust material. Then I duplicated that material, giving that it a rust color and look. Then I applied mask from the smart mask. I applied gun edges mask, which is looking better now. Then took a fill layer and turned on only the height channel and applied a black mask, then add fill. Then in grayscale I applied a noise. Then for the wicker sticks I took a fill layer, gave it a dark color. Then I duplicated that layer and changed it to a light color. Then applied a black mask, then add fill. Then in gray mask I applied noise, then rotated it 90 degree. Now changing the colors to see the color variations as I need. Then I took a fill layer and turned on only the height. Then I applied black mask, then add fill and applied anisotropic noise texture. Then change its rotation to 90 degree and adjusting height value and scale value to get the result I need. Okay, it seems really good now. Again I took another fill layer and turned on only the rough channel, and in grayscale I applied 3D purlin noise fractal to break the roughness. Now changing its values to get the result. Then I made a smart material of it, so I can apply that material in this wicker part. Okay, I applied that smart material. Now for the wood models, I took wood rough material, then changed its rotation. Now I am exporting the required textures. Okay, now we are in Maya. I am going to render my final images from here, and I am going to use Arnold for that. So I am changing the shaders to Arnold shaders. Separating these pipes from the cushion now. Made a groove for these objects and applied a shader on it. Okay, now I am going to put the cushion texture. I drag and drop the displacement map and used a displacement shader, then connected to shader to the displacement shader node. Then I clicked on the alpha is luminance and alpha offset to minus 0.5. I went to Arnold tab, then subdivision, then type to cat club, then literations to 4. I am changing the render setting. Now I applied a area light to see the render. Okay, I can see the displacement is working on my model. Now I applied the roughness map. Then I am applying the normal map. But there is some problem. I can see some of the channel is flipped. So I went to attribute editor, and in Arnold I switched off the flip R channel, and now it is working well. Now applied the base color. Then applied AI color correct node on the base color texture. For the metal part, I applied the roughness map, took a dome light, applied the normal map, now applied a base color map, and now the metallic map. Okay, now I'm going to change the roughness attributes to make it look better. Okay, better now, but I think I still need some tweaking. Okay, now it is looking nice. Now for the wicker part, I applied the normal map. Now I applied the roughness map. As you can see, the normal map is coming really good. Applied the base color now. Now working on this wicker part, and I am doing the same thing as I did with the previous wicker setup, so I skipped that part. Now working on the wood material, applied the base color, then applied the roughness map. Now applied the normal map. Okay, now I am making the light setup. I applied the base color map to the extra fabric material, then applied roughness map. Now the normal map. I am changing the light intensity to make it more brighter. Okay, now it is really looking good. And the details are coming nice also. Now I am changing the light settings and render settings to render my final images. So these are the renders. Hope you like it, and please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Thank you.